Howdy. Well, I'm trying to look through this 1862 Springfield musket, or rifle, I guess, and seeing exactly what it is I got at that estate sale the other day. And thanks to the quick eye of my cousin, I got this new shelf thingy here, and it's by adaptation, I got it to work with the shelf I already had in here. And that means I have this big long thing I can fill up with guns when I want to talk about them. And right now I put this varmint rifle rack on here just so that I could, it's really a cool little gadget, because what it does is it allows you, let me back up a little bit here. And yeah, that'll do. And then do this. And bring it around. And you can just sort of do that and spin a rifle around and just look at it from all sides. Well, I haven't cleaned this yet. You know, I know, terrible of me. But I've been trying to see, there's no serial numbers on it. There's, it has all of the bands. It has the cleaning rod. It has a stock that does not seem to have a single crack in it. It has the correct screws on it. The one thing it does not have is a rear sight. But my cousin is going through his collection of old junk, because he has some old sights. I think one of them's off of a trapdoor, and he may have that. And I don't know if it'll fit or not. If it's a dovetail sight and it'll fit this dovetail, and if the screw hole lines up here, then it should work, theoretically. I'm not sure yet, but we will find out. I'm still moaning the fact that I didn't get that Harper's Ferry or that original Colt, and he only paid $800 for it, but that was still a little beyond my budget. But still, it was an original Colt 1860 in awful shape. It didn't even, you couldn't even cock the hammer or turn the cylinder, because it was so caked up and fouled. But I think that if you just knock out the wedge, take it apart, dump the whole thing into a bucket of solvent, and let it sit there overnight, and then take it out with a brass brush and commence to a little bit of elbow grease, you could make it work just fine. Like this one is kind of rusty. I think they were originally in the white, and it shows after, what is this, 1860, 140, 50, 160 years? Yeah, after 160 years, it sort of looks like it's 160 years old. But it's beautiful in my, it's all in the eyes of the beholder. And to me, this thing is gorgeous. And it's the very first real Civil War vintage thingy that I own. And I love it. I love it. I love having bits of history that I can pick up and say, see, this was here when our country fell apart. This was there on at Appomattox or at Shenandoah or somewhere like that, I would rather have something that's Confederate. Sorry to say this, but my politics are much more Southern than they are Northern, which is a shame, because the only Civil War thing I've got so far is a diary of an ancestor who happened to have been on the Northern side. Oh well, it's interesting though. They didn't talk much, but mainly it was, we marched here, we camped there, we got sick. Then we marched here, we camped there, and we got sick. And that seems to be the entirety of his wartime experience, was marching, camping, and getting sick. And it seems that a lot of his friends had similar experiences. So it was, I guess, a bad time for America. Let's do this and see if we can bring it around again. Isn't that cool? I think that's cool. Something I picked up, and I've never had a place I could actually set it up to work. Well, it works here, and this is awesome. This is just awesome. Anyway, so now I've got a Civil War rifle, and see, it says Springfield, and it has the eagle on it. It says 1862 right here, but those are the only markings. There's no serial number. If there was a serial number or a unit marking on the stock or something else on this, I could be able to tell where it was and who had it. Well, maybe who had it, but what troop it was assigned to. I think the government made millions of these. And there is what is that? That's a smudge. That's what it is. Shucks. Well, I had my hopes up for a second there. Anyway, 1862 Springfield 54 caliber rifle, or rifled musket, I think they were called. Just my latest acquisition and something I'm really kind of tickled pink over. And let's see if it, do I have the strength to do this? There. Yep, it cocks. And the nipple looks pretty good. I did put a musket cap on it and let it off when I first got it just to see if it worked. And it was not enough to blow the cobwebs out, but I'm going to get some Balistol and a brush and see what I can do there. Anyway, that's what I'm going to be up to today.